welcome to episode 1 of the Heart Talk podcast, where we turn hard talks into heart talks. I am your humble and gracious host, Brandon, and this is my lovely wife host, co-host.
You see that? He didn't even want to introduce me. He was just
she
like,
always
here.
want to, like, you know, whoever name you, want to name yourself today.
Tia Daniels. No. You know what? Oh, my nerves. You see, this is what I deal with.
Ooh, okay. Welcome, everybody, to our first episode. Wow, we're here. We're actually starting.
Okay, I just want to let y'all know this is the number three, however you do it, the third recording of the first episode. We recorded it once.
Yes.
You know, that's always like the trial and error, whatever. Mm-hmm. The second time, it was like, oh, we got it. It's great.
We got it great.
And then my laptop, I basically needed to update my laptop, and I told the guy, I was like, can you just transfer the files from my old laptop to the new laptop? He said, sure. And then lo and behold, after he sends the new one, and I tell him it's not on there, he's like, oh, they were either destroyed or what do you say? They were destroyed or corrupted.
Corrupted, yeah.
And I'm like, you didn't want to say this before so we could have prepared, because now we got to do this all over again. Of course, he doesn't know what we're doing, and we're, but
it's okay.
Because we're here.
And we're pros. We kind of like pros now, where it kind of flowed better.
He's the pro.
Yeah, I'm the pro. I'm glad you recognize that.
You see this?
That is awesome. we are making strides. Amen.
He's mad because he's like, you never, give me praise in public. I always give him praise, but he...
Side note, sinuses are killing me right now. I took some medicine, so we'll see how it goes today.
You see, he interrupted my whole thought.
I just want to let everybody know, like, why does he keep sniffling? Like something wrong with him.
Because something is wrong with you, and you need to go to the doctor.
Facts.
Okay, this is what we got to deal with. So anyway, this is what I have to deal with.
Before we start anything.
Yeah, let's break the ice, babe. So why do you think we need Jesus?
Y'all need Jesus. Listen. We don't have time to go to why y'all need Jesus. All the stuff that I wish that we could really go deeply into some things, but we can't. But is that the break of ice? Okay, I hope not. Because I was like, I don't want to do this yet. We're not ready.
I do have a question for you though.
Okay.
If you could have any type of life-changing event that would happen in your life right now,
we didn't go
but
through this
you could only didn't. But it would only last for 48 hours, and then you go right back to the same life. What would it be?
Let me get this together.
Mm-hmm.
What one
life-changing event.
Mm-hmm.
But it would only last for 48 hours.
Does it linger into regular life?
No.
Or it only happens in between this 48 hours?
Only happens in between the 48 hours.
Will I remember it after?
Yep, you'll remember, but it just, so for example, if you were to ask for money after the 48 hours, that money's no longer there.
But will me buying things will still be there, or everything?
Yes. But it would go back to all the same income that you had before the 48 hours.
Ooh.
So
I'll let you go first.
Example. Me?
Yeah, I got to think about this one.
I would travel. I would literally be on espresso for 48 hours.
We're going to be authentic. Let me get some tissue, you guys. Go ahead. I'm listening.
You know what? This is what... I'm glad that you said that, though. So anyway, I would definitely take a trip. So I would fly to Morocco. I didn't get a chance to go to Morocco, so I would go to Morocco. I would probably go to a country in the Middle East. I know a couple people from Jordan, so I might go to Jordan. Dubai. I would probably go to Asia also. And those would probably be the 4 that I could go within 48 hours. I would go there, spend half a day there, then leave to the next place. And then it'd be all expenses paid, all of that stuff. But then after 48 hours, I have to go back home.
Okay.
But I think I would do something like that because I always like to experience other cultures. Mm-hmm. I've done that before. I love to travel. So that would be my thing.
I would inherit $5 billion.
You mean you would want $5 billion? Because how would you inherit that?
Randomly. In 48 hours, it would just drop right there on me.
So that's not inherit. That's just mean you would just.
I would receive $5 billion.
There we go. I'm like, that's not an inheritance, though. That's all I'm saying. It's not an inheritance.
And so then after that, I would give heavily. That's not even a word. I would give
heavily.
I would give to a lot of places. I would give to one of my churches that I grew up in.
We would probably no, because that'd be enough.
This is mine. Remember?
But we're married.
Okay. No.
You
didn't say that in the 48 hours.
Okay.
The 48 hours is my 48 hours. You see, y'all, women always trying to. Let me get my 48 hours, man. So listen. I would give to a church that I grew up in.
Mm-hmm.
I would give to my college that I grew up. That I went to.
The HBCU.
I would give
the Woo.
I would give to Clef, my organization. I would give, and then of course, it's a tithe. I would tithe to wherever.
You said you would give it to the church. I would thought that was tithing.
No, that's given to the church, but where I'm getting fed at, I probably would tithe there. And then I would buy all my siblings a vehicle. Okay.
Get them something that they would be able to take care of after. Because,
I would do that.
Good Lord.
I would retire my mother, even just let her
But you got to remember, like once the 48 hours over,
money is gone.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would buy her a house, all paid for.
Yeah, you can do that, but you can't retire her.
I can't retire, but I would give her a vehicle and a car and pay everything off, so she don't got to worry about nothing. Same thing for my dad. And then I would invest.
Which dad?
Huh? I don't know. That's
I said which dad?
There, I would give to my biological dad, and I would give to the father.
We gonna talk about that later. Yeah.
So she always bringing up stuff up. We don't have much time here. Okay, so I would also I would pay off all of my siblings' college. Okay.
Babe, bro.
This is my billion. Let me do what you didn't say. I asked
but
you.
But this is a long list.
I'm almost done. And so then after I pay for all of my siblings' college, right? I would give back to those who have helped me and her out. So to
so our marriage does count in this.
But it's my billion.
$5 billion, like you said. But
I would help everybody that has invested.
So what about our debt?
Let me get to that. We got $5 billion. We got a long way to go. Okay. And then after we get to our debt, and then everything else, I'll just do. Yeah. But
I want my Tesla.
And oh my gosh. Jesus, this is my billion.
But you said it.
You keep driving in my lane of my billion. This
because
is my billion.
I'm your wife and I can do that.
Did I interrupt when you was going to Morocco?
If I drank on my clothes.
And then I would, like I said, help everybody who has helped me, and not only help them. Like I wouldn't give them money. They would tell me one of their dreams that they want to do, and I would invest in their dreams or invest in their business so they can become the person that they wanted to become. I will pay off all of our debt, our college, invest in ourselves, in our podcast, as well as my music, and buy us a house and land. Yeah. Etc.
I'm trying to think of how we
after
could
48
invest
hours,
in our son.
When we get back to after our money is gone, we will be set. So we will be able to obtain everything,
You should pay off a 20-year life insurance plan for me, you and your son.
Oh yeah, that is huge. Yes, of course, that's in the plans. But I was just trying to be quick.
You see that? That was quick. That was quick, bro.
It's your fault because you kept interrupting my $5 billion.
Whatever.
It's my $5 billion.
You know what? Okay, so on to the next. Turn your phone off.
I'm watching the World Series.
We supposed to be recording this podcast, and you see this dude over here on his phone, literally.
Go ahead, man. What's the next? What's the asterisk?
Alrighty, the asterisk.
What? How you pronounce it?
You know what?
I really didn't know how to pronounce it.
No, we're not either. I'm not. I almost said,
What
okay,
is it?
I love
How
you.
you
That's what I
pronounce it?
said. I said, I love you.
How do you pronounce it?
I love you.
You should teach me in this moment. You gonna let me live in this
As-
ostrich? So teach me in this moment. What is it?
Asterisk.
What? Asterisk.
Okay.
So it's asterisk.
ASTERISK. Asterisk.
Asterisk.
Yeah.
Asterisk.
What did you say? Asterisk?
No, I said it for asterisk. I bet you a bunch of these people you're thinking is funny. A lot of these people don't know how to pronounce that correctly.
I don't converse with these people, so I can't correct them.
Okay. Go ahead and do the intro, babe. Or the
It's
reason
not
why
even-
we created the podcast.
So
'Cause
anyway,
I'm trying to be taught.
we we wanted to tell you guys the reason why we even thought about this podcast. So actually, I brought the idea to Bran here, and he was like, "Nah, bruh, I
Nah,
don't
bruh.
think that you ready for that." And I was saying, he didn't say that, but apparently
said
that's
that.
what. Did you say that? No, you didn't say that.
I said it nicely.
Okay,
warm.
So and I'm obviously I didn't take it
You
nice
didn't
and
take-
warm because he was like, "No, I don't think you're ready." Like he just
Sorry.
say, because I was like, "We should
She
start a
said
podcast because we've touched so many people in so many different ways, like different races, ethnicities, backgrounds. You know, people are always just looking at us like, wow, like I really love you guys." Or even when we're separate and we converse about our marriage and our lives, you know, him as a husband, me as a wife, or I
Yeah.
talk about him as a husband and me, and he talks about me as a wife. And people just look at us and like, wow, you can, you know, I really wish that we were like that. And him and I just sit there like, this is just what you're supposed to do. Like, if you want to live a happy life and live comfortably for yourself and for each other as one, then that's what we should do. So,
It took a while to get to that, boy.
well,
Lord
yeah. I
Jesus.
mean, it takes a while for everybody because marriage, I don't think you can ever really be fully
Yeah.
prepared for it, no matter where you are in life.
And as we segue, because of course I'm the segue master.
That was
So
not-
when this is edited, you're gonna hear a shh. Don't judge me. All right, so as I'm the segue master, so segueing into that, we are not a marriage podcast.
We are a podcast created by married people or ran by married people.
Yes, we are.
So he is definitely going to make sure that is said in every episode
Yes.
because, I mean, but we still do discuss, you know, things that influence marriage because we are a married couple. We are a millennial marriage. So,
But at the same time, we also have things that have affected us personally.
yeah.
And we're going to really tap into some of those things.
Well,
and,
we think it could really help other people. And
yeah.
we really just want to be like, our podcast is really for everyone. So it's not just for us and our discussions. Like if y'all have discussions that y'all want us to, you know, bring up or speak on, please just, you know, hit us up and we'll let you know where to hit us up at the end of the podcast.
Yeah.
But, you know, just do that. And we're here for you guys as much as we're here for us and that we're here to, you know, influence. So,
So individually, we're both from Cincinnati. So let's put that out there.
I was born and raised.
I was born before you just come in my life like that. I was born in Indianapolis, Indiana. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I was raised in Cincinnati.
Yeah, and interestingly enough, our lives are actually similar because when we were younger, we both moved a lot.
Yeah, that's probably the huge thing. We both moved a lot.
Yeah, and we both were in single parent households, both raised by our moms.
And we were and a lot of times we were in the same place as children.
It's either same place. We lived in the same apartment
Yeah.
complex around the same time, and we knew the same people.
And we never met each other.
never met this dude. Like, I was like, bro, what's really good?
First of all, I want to say this before we even get on started. If she calls me bro one more time,
bro.
yo, let us know how you feel about that. Comment and let men. How do you feel your wife call you bro? I don't feel. It's just like, yo, like I'm not your bro.
Okay,
Like,
first.
I engage in activities with you.
Okay, bro.
No, no,
What
no.
does that
You're
mean?
supposed to smash the bro.
You know what? Anyway, my husband and I, we have a really good friendship. So that's another reason why I'm like, but he thinks sometimes I may take, what?
Hmm?
You know what? Anyway, he thinks that sometimes I may take the friendship too far, but I don't think that I do. But that's also because I'm like, I can have conversations with him, not like a girl conversation, not nothing like that, but it's like just a real, really down to earth conversation. Like we could just talk about nothing, which is one of the things that I love about our marriage, because not that many people can do that. You know, it's just like a marriage where it's like, you're the husband, I'm the wife, and you know, things can't be discussed. And I'm just like, dude,
no, that's not us.
no.
Not at all.
So
growing up, I know.
yeah.
So let me give you my
see,
my
right? Because he segued.
Segue master. It's gonna tell you every time I do that. Be a sound.
Lord.
And so, growing up, I grew up in a single. Actually, no. So I'm sorry. I was born into a single mother household.
Raised by grandma.
Raised by my grandmother.
Grandma Bobo.
Yes, you know. And
rest in peace.
And raised by my grandma Bobo and my mother. And then when I turned 6, my mom got married, and then I was raised in a, father and mother.
Mm-hmm. And that was for 6 years, I think, right?
I believe so.
Something around that.
Yeah. But yeah. So I was born into single, but then eventually came into a. But I was born out of wedlock. So I was born out of wedlock. Also, at first I wasn't wanted. Before I was born, so a lot of stuff that came with that.
We weren't supposed to get to that on this one.
On this one, we're not supposed to give it this one.
Not on this one.
I wasn't gonna go deep. Okay, I was born, and then so I was born with a single mother. I have 3 siblings on my mom's side, so I have a brother and I have 2 sisters.
Mm-hmm.
And then on my dad's side, I have a sister, a brother, and a possible.
We ain't getting into all that. So anyway, and I have 4 parents. I have 2 mothers and 2 fathers. I have a biological father, my dad that raised me, a stepmother, then my mother, biological mother. So I have 4 siblings, 5 siblings, 2 sisters, 3 brothers, and I'm the youngest girl. So, and we'll get into that on another episode. I think it's the next one.
Yeah.
But anyway, so it's just really ironic how we met, because like we were born and raised in Cincinnati, knew the same people, but we didn't meet each other until college. Mm-hmm. I went to and graduated from Wright State University, and he went to the Wilberforce University. Wilberforce.
Wait a minute, we skipped where we went to high schools at. Come on now. Let me say this before we get into that.
Oh my gosh. Okay. No. You want to do this right now? You don't want to just pause?
It's gonna be real quick. Go ahead and say your school first.
No, you say you you know what? Anyway, because my school is always in the top 100 public high school in the country. So, anyway,
you went to
Walnut Hills High School. I'm an
awesome.
Eagle.
That's awesome. And I went to the
Boo.
The
Boo. Boo.
That's
Boo.
so rude. I have to do that with yours. I went to the vivacious.
You see this? He trying to give other words,
beautiful day,
and it's just
beautiful place.
It's a ghetto high school now, though.
Princeton High School, and as always, go Vikes.
Anyway, he went to Wilberforce University, and I went to Wright State University, and we both were campaigning for the 2012 election to get Obama reelected, and we were like getting people registered to vote so they could be able to vote, and that's actually where we met.
Yeah.
So
that's crazy because we're actually was supposed to meet probably because I feel like God set this all up.
Yeah,
because we was growing up, we was around each other.
Basically, we probably have passed each other on multiple occasions.
We just didn't know.
Yeah,
but explain the reason why. So I was a RA at Wilberforce University this year, and that year, and we were just before you become an RA, we go through like training, and so one of the things we did was we was able to go to see Michelle Obama speak, and so we were able to go. And I went, and it was awesome.
Yeah, and I was supposed to go, but I didn't go.
You didn't go.
Yeah, and that was probably a good thing. Because if I would have went at that time, I wasn't really in a good mental space. I had just got done talking to a guy that I actually went to college with, and we were just like kicking it. But it was just like, all right, bro, I'm through. I was just through, wasn't ready. So it was a good thing I didn't go because 2 weeks later, then I met him, and I almost did not go to his school.
I didn't even know that until she told me the other episode when we did the same episode.
Look, right. We've recorded this book, so he learning new stuff. I'm learning new stuff. It's like, okay.
But yeah, so when she said that she really wasn't supposed, that's crazy. So if you didn't go,
I was really, because I literally was sitting there like, I really should not go.
Do you think
here.
that we would have
like,
been? You think we would have met each other?
I don't know, because God played. I think God worked this out. So it's like if he really wanted us to be together, we would have been together. But how, it just would have been that. But we definitely wouldn't be in the space that we are now.
So you still think that? So I'm saying if you didn't
if we would have met, if we wouldn't be in the space that we are now. That's what I'm saying.
So you think we would have been married?
I don't know.
You know.
I don't know.
That's interesting.
But I don't think we would have been in Texas. So.
Really?
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. I just think it would have played differently. I'm pretty sure if we wouldn't have met at college, we would have met in Cincinnati somehow.
How?
Exactly. Because we lived there, but we lived in completely different neighborhoods. Like, I've never been to his neighborhoods, and he's been to a couple of mine, but not all of mine. So it was just weird.
Yeah.
And Cincinnati's not that big.
Cincinnati is not that big. You figure out, I've met somebody here that was from Cincinnati just randomly.
Really? Oh, yeah, you did. You told me that, yeah.
You from Cincinnati? Yeah.
So anyway, we have been together since 2012.
Ooh, that's a long time, babe.
I don't like you like that, babe.
I know, though. Like, 7 years. That's 7, right? 7 of them things? My math is horrible. Wasted. Every second, every minute. Man, I swear that she can get it.
Anyway. All right. You over here trying to go to the song.
I was giving a song game.
So, yeah, we got married August 4th, 2016.
And tell the people the significance about August 4th.
Oh, I'm about to, because you get on my nerves once I realize why. So that's when we got married, and we met August 4th, 2012. And it's so funny because I remember we basically had an argument because he was like, no, we did not meet at the beginning of August. We met at the end of August. And I'm like, no, Brandon, we met at the beginning because that was when y'all was just getting back to school and like everybody was there. We had to get everybody registered to vote. I remember that little short Kappa with the long hair that went to your school. I remember him. That was random because he was the reason why I was like, he wasn't the reason why I met, but he was just he was significant because he was that short, long hair Kappa. Like, that's how everybody knew him. I don't even know his name. He was that short, long hair Kappa.
What's his name? I think I know his name.
No.
I can't remember it.
Yeah, I don't know. But
really
anyway.
That much.
Anyway, he was like, Leah, let's get married on that day. And to come to find out is so he don't forget the date. Like, he ain't got to change the dates or nothing. He's just like, yeah, August 4th. But in 2012, I wasn't officially his girlfriend until December when I met his mama.
Okay, we ain't gonna get there. So the reason why we gonna get there, but the reason why
not on this one, right?
So once we met, so we met in the lunchroom at the CAF.
I didn't even know what a calf was. So.
Y'all don't say calf?
Okay, I'm not ghetto.
Wait a minute now. You about to upset a lot of people out there.
I'm not.
Calf is not ghetto. This not the calf is not ghetto. I mean, you just said that.
Who do you hear say calf?
HBCUs. They are not ghetto. Are you saying? Let me pause. Are you saying that people who went to HBCUs are
you telling me that all HBCUs say calf?
HBCU.
All of them say
guarantee,
calf.
I almost can guarantee that every HBCU says the calf.
I've never heard. Well, okay, we also got to think about this.
She went to a PWI.
I did go to a PWI, and I didn't like people. So if people said calf, I never heard.
But nobody said calf at PWI. They said, let's go to the cafeteria because you guys had money and
that's not.
Let's go to Taco Bell.
I mean, it's a cafeteria. We had Taco Bell. We had Skyline.
The calf.
And we had Pizza Hut. And
One
Starbucks.
thing you never do is go to the calf without your friends.
Go to a calf.
You never. That's almost a law. Like, you should never go to the calf by yourself without your friends because it's going to be some trouble.
Anyway,
guaranteed. And so we met at our calf. Like I said, like she said earlier, we was campaigning, and when I saw her, what attracted me to her at that time, it doesn't attract me anymore. doesn't attract me anymore. You're so childish. It doesn't attract me anymore.
It doesn't? What are you trying to say?
It's just I got used to it.
Oh, you see that?
You gonna let
You
me?
hear? You see?
You gonna let me tell the people what
Go
it is?
ahead, tell 'em.
So what attracted me to her was her eyes.
Mhm.
Her eyes and
So my eyes aren't attractive anymore.
oh my.
That's what I heard you say.
Lord.
Didn't he say that? It doesn't attract me anymore. That's what you're saying, right?
I did. We gonna rewind. We didn't. I didn't say that. I said I'm not. I've gotten used to them. Never said
You
it
see?
wasn't attracted to them.
Okay, we go look.
I
We go
bet you
on
they
the
gonna
playback. On the playback. So anyway,
And so, and she was light skinned. Like I said, at this time, the way
so
I
you're
thought
not
about.
attracted to me being light skinned anymore. I just want to make sure that
Father, we
we
come to you now just to say thank you.
you gonna break out a prayer in the middle of the
Because I need Jesus to
podcast.
understand where I'm at right now.
Oh my
So
God.
listen. So we met.
If you don't look at the camera,
I am looking.
No, you weren't.
I had to pray for a little bit. And so when we met, she was sitting in a chair, and I saw her. So, oh, she cute, you know. But it's crazy because before, like meeting new women at that time or girls at that time, I didn't really have. I always met them through somebody else, so I never was the like, let me go holla, you know. I wasn't that type of person. So, but this day, for some reason, I would have felt the urge to, you know. It was no DMs back in them days, but I just had to, you know, slide
Yes,
in them.
it was.
There was no DMs back in the
Facebook and all that.
You didn't call them DMs back in the day. It was Messenger. And the Messenger was even separate a way that whatever. So I met her. So she was going outside.
Yeah, because we were friends on Facebook.
She was going outside.
Oh yeah, I was going to Freak My Black Amount.
Whoa. What is Freak Your Black Amount?
Smokers know what freaking is. If you don't know, go to Google.
Tell the people what freaking
Why
is.
do I have to tell them?
Because we are an informative podcast. Not only are we're going to let
You
our audience
take,
know.
so like they have the strip where they tell you
Kids,
to
do not do
pull.
this at home.
Yeah, they have the strip the strip of plastic they tell you to pull, and it opens the black amount. You pull it out, but not all the way, and then you rub the shreddings into the plastic. And when it's all done, you pull it. You take it out. It only has like the paper, but there's like paper inside of the smoking paper, and that's tobacco. So you pull that paper out, and then you put the shreddings back into the smoking paper.
So what's
and then you smoke
the
it.
shreddings?
I think it's. So they said that brown paper inside of it was tobacco, but I'm pretty sure the shreddings are tobacco too.
Yeah.
So I don't really know. But
I never
was just
understood why
told
people took that paper out. I was just like, because the only thing I knew people took it out was for if they was smoking
weed.
Well, smoking weed, cannabis.
I don't think I ever lined it. I don't know if I ever did. I can't remember.
But as she was coming outside,
Yeah, and it was a mini, so it was only $1.
we haven't got to.
I just want to throw it out there. It was
So
only
when
$1.
She came out. She was doing what she was doing. And I was like, yo. And I was
No, because he ain't gonna say it right. Excuse me, miss. This is a non-smoking campus, so I'm gonna have to, take that away from you.
And
I'm sitting here. I'm sitting
here.
here. No. Yeah, I'm
didn't?
telling the full story.
Okay, go ahead. Do your
Sitting
thing.
here, and I'm like, is he serious? And it was some tall, skinny black dude. I don't even remember. I think he had like short locks. Come on, dude. Come on, Brandon, man. Just let her finish. And he ran and laughed. No, man. I gotta,
Because I was a RA at that time, and I wanted to make
And
sure.
it clearly wasn't a non-smoking campus. Just so you know.
It was. We are not smoking campus.
It clearly was not a non-smoking campus.
Okay, okay. That was my way of it was corny, but it was my way of starting a conversation. It was corny, but it is what it is.
It was very
So then
corny.
after that, we met, we exchanged numbers. So we said, hey, I was feeling you. Well, we just, where you go? I go to Wright State, of course. And then, she was like, okay, well, we just exchange numbers. Cool, let's talk, and then we started talking.
Mm-hmm.
And the original intent was we both just wanted to have sex with somebody.
Yeah, I just wanted butt buddies.
She's so forward sometimes. That's why I love her. Please don't say anything else. Be forward. So we wanted to we wanted to have sex. And so we did, we had our encounters. But our encounters, we realized as we continue to, hang with each other, that we start catching feelings for each other.
I caught feelings first. He was still messing with it or talking to his ex boo.
Well, the thing about that is,
Was that false?
when I met
Was
her
that false?
on it was a Thursday.
Was that false?
She went to my Facebook the next day and came at me like, "Who is this?" And I'm like, "I just met
and that
you
wasn't
yesterday,
even his
lady."
ex boo. That was another boo boo.
But why you always listen? Listen. But we just met.
You hear this?
We just met. If you just meet somebody, you ain't trying to be like,
okay, but you don't want somebody that still has a girlfriend talking to you.
But if the intent was, well, we know that now, probably back then, but we didn't know what the intent was at that time, right?
No, I don't think so. I don't think we ever really fully
we'd even established where we was going to do.
But the thing is, you asking for my number, so I'm like, does he have a girlfriend?
But if I ask you for your number, you could ask for somebody's number and not be like, and not be with that person. I have numbers that I never.
Would you ask somebody for their number if you had a girlfriend?
If I had a girlfriend? No. If I had a girlfriend, no.
Okay, so the girl's post.
But I didn't have a girlfriend.
Okay, how was I supposed to know that? How was I supposed to know that he didn't have a girlfriend? The girl's post on his page was very, very.
She was encouraging me.
No, it was like a.
It was
like a I love you. It was basically like a I'm everything but your girlfriend. Like I just don't have the title. That's basically what came out from it. So it's like if he better be asking me for my number and he got this other girl.
But I didn't.
So,
as you
how was I supposed to know that?
But I'm saying, as you realized, I did not have a girlfriend.
But I wasn't. How was I supposed to know that at the time, though?
Anywho, we start hanging around each other. I was an RA, but at the same time, I think that's when our dorm was messed up. So we was living at Central State. It's crazy because at first we was living. I don't know if you remember. We started talking while we were still living at the Christian school.
Mm-hmm.
What was that Christian?
Didn't I help
called?
you move? Cincinnati Christian, wasn't it?
No, that's Cincinnati Christian. The Christian. I forget what that school's called.
I don't remember.
I remember, but it was like right up the street from Central. So I stayed over there first, and then we moved to Central State. But in the midst of all that, that's what I was mad. I started talking to her at that school, and then we just kind of started really getting to know each other. We was going out. She cooked. That's how she got me in, y'all. So what happened was, you ain't gonna tell him, or I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna tell him. And so what happened was, I thought that she was like, yo, I got my own spot.
I had an apartment. I had a car, and I lived off campus. Live off campus.
She had food stamps.
I did.
College.
I was in college.
So
college kids get your stamps.
So when I tell you that she enticed me, you see how she lured me into the darkness. She hung it out to me like jingles. She was like, "Come get them, and then I came and got them, and this how she trapped me.
I trapped you.
Trapped me, cause she cooked for me. What she cooked. I'm gonna tell you what she cooked.
It's 2019. He's talking about I trapped him.
And listen.
Mm-hmm.
She cooks oven baked fried chicken with macaroni and cheese. We were still
eating meat at the time and dairy.
With macaroni and cheese, some greens or some green beans, and something Kool-Aid or something like that.
You didn't like Kool-Aid.
I don't know what you made, but it was delicious. And that's how she got me.
And his birthday was like right around the corner too, so I got him a chain, and he didn't even wear it.
Why you gotta tell?
You see that? Because you don't want nobody to know that.
Nobody know all that.
I remember that.
I bet you do. And so then, so we met. Did we miss anything or skip anything?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so we met, and like I said, we'll go into some of that in-depth stuff, on the next episode.
Yeah, going through
our process,
our 2012, 2016.
Yeah,
we're gonna go through that in the next episode. Anyway,
fast forward. We got married. That's a long fast forward. So we got married. Forward.
We'll go through all the like I said next episode. But
we got married
2016.
The original, at first, we was just going to
the courthouse.
But
my family was like, no, we want you to have a traditional wedding. And imagine, we had just graduated college. Like, we had
no traditional wedding money.
Job, right. So, and we still didn't technically have like a traditional wedding, if you will. It was very small and intimate, and
that's the way we wanted it, though.
Yeah, like even if I don't even know if I did want a vow renewal at one point, but now I'm like, I don't know. But even if we do, it'll probably be intimate the same way. Because
the first time was really dope because we created our own invitations and we created our own what was it? The programs, and our programs were dope.
We didn't really have like official invitations, did we?
Yeah, remember we made those.
Those were electronic. Oh no, we sent them out. Yeah, we did. I forgot. Yeah,
red, it was like red and white, and then we made our
red.
Or what was it? Was it red, white?
No, we had like coral and white and gold. And of course, he doesn't remember this, but we had people wear either white or coral, or it didn't matter the metal at that point, but because we wanted them to be our wedding party, so we didn't even tell them. We just surprised them.
It was really dope.
Yeah, it was really nice.
And so we had a great time. Great reception. It was awesome reception. Family and friends, and we. After that,
life happened.
Got pregnant, and then
and I was actually working at a job in Dayton at that time, and it was like about an hour commute back and forth from Cincinnati. But after I had my son, I ended up quitting, and that was because I couldn't imagine myself. I couldn't imagine myself driving an hour back and forth every day with a 2-year-old. And then at the time, my car was like broke down. The windows didn't roll down.
And you got an accident.
Yeah, I got into an accident. Cause I was so tired from the drive, and then it was so hot, and my windows didn't roll down. So it was like I was just stuck, and I was stuck in traffic and everything. It was just bad. So I ended up leaving that job. And by the time I wanted to start working again, I was looking in Cincinnati, couldn't find a job. I got an interview in Atlanta, where my biological father lived. And so I got that job, so we ended up moving down there. And then started looking for another job while I was in Atlanta. Couldn't find one, but then found a job in Dallas, and so we're here. Behold. And so now we're in Dallas, Texas it's just me, my husband, and 2-year-old by ourselves. But it's really not that hard. I think it's the issue. It's not even an issue, but it's just we're so far away. But I'm accustomed to being far away, but with a family it's different, right? So I was traumatized at first, but now I'm like, oh, this ain't that bad. Right. So now we're here with Dallas. And just so you know, we have a little person here who's joining us right now.
Say hi.
Say hi.
At the camera. Say hi. Hi. Say I am Solomon.
He's supposed to be in bed, y'all, but he's just not
trying to go to bed.
And he's been crying for mommy, so daddy went to go get him.
Okay, so hey. You said what?
The mail? Yeah. We picked up the mail already. The mail? You're right. You gonna take it over?
Say hey. Hey. All right, so again, we thank you guys for joining in with us today. Watching our video, like I said, it was real short. We just want to give you a brief of brief stint of who we are and why we are here. And we plan on, being here as long as possible until God tells us to stop. But we feel like this is an opportunity for us to express our lives to you guys as well as help you guys as much as we can. So if you want to follow us, go ahead and do it.
Yeah. So if you want to follow us, you can like our page on Facebook, the Heart Talk Podcast. You can follow us on Instagram at the Heart Talk Podcast. You can follow us on Twitter at the Heart Talkers, and you can also email us at the Heart Talk Podcast at gmail.com.
Also, if you see, we are very what's the word? Girthy.
He just called me girthy.
I'm girthy. She's good. I think she's good. But Brandon.
You just said girthy.
Oh my God, what's up about me? Okay, so let's keep going. So I am girthy. But we are going through a weight loss journey. I mentioned it a few weeks ago on my social media. I'm trying to get back down to 200, and I also want to live healthy and eat healthy, more healthier. And so this has been something.
Eat healthier. More healthy or
Oh,
healthier?
here we go. Here go the English teacher.
He trying to tell his daddy. Yeah, bro.
And so we'll be documenting our weight loss throughout. We will talk more about it on episode 3. And you guys can hear everything that we need to talk about. Also, we mentioned this in the beginning. If you want to have a discussion about anything on our podcast, just let us know. If the topic is good, sometimes if it's really, really good, we'll move up what we had planned and move that topic in. So we want you guys to know that you are a part of our podcast. It's not just us, but it's you guys as well. And we want to extend the floor to you guys. So Solomon just taking over my spotlight here, trying to express stuff. I should have left them. Solo.
Daddy.
Yes.
Mommy.
So tell them. So anything else you want to tell them before we leave?
Let me see. I gotta look at our notes. No, I don't think so. But we do have a closing that we would like to do every podcast, just to let you all know. So you want to say it with mommy?
Yeah.
Say, we see you.
We hear you. And we thank you. And until next time on the Heart Talk.
On the Heart Talk.
Peace.
Bye. Say bye-bye.
Say bye-bye. Oh, apparel. Walmart.
You know what? No.
No? You want to plug Walmart?
No.
Peace, y'all.
No.